But, I mean, when you look at it right now, Method, they are out of the running. They cannot qualify for the playoff spot. That is XL that has already claimed it at this point. So obviously this one is basically just for fun.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, Prophecy as well, they're going to be locked in for third. Epsilon and Envious Academy are too far forward. Even if they're 2-0 them right now, the 3 points isn't enough to actually allow them to catch up to the two current top standing teams. And then for Method, of course, there's no chance of them making top 4, so I guess this is a game where you try and go out in pride.
Yeah, Method, maybe they can try and fly the UK flag a little bit here, pick up a win, potentially. It is Mirage, a map where they have asserted dominance in the past, but it's a different lineup. Without Stanley, is it going to come back to bite them, Snods, as we jump straight into the action?
Let's see if on-screen's been playing as rank G. Talking about subs as well, Fleeve, of course, can be standing in for Prophecy for Slap. Fleeve being a very strong individual player. FPLC alike. Let's see if he can bring forward that form. It's going to be the play towards A here from Method. 5 players here towards ramp. No one coming towards Palace.
Push coming in straight away towards that A bomb site. Quick's going to try and hold them off. He has the support of Fleeve as they do push their way through. Actually bouncing straight over there. Look at this, Snots. They're playing the around the world as they jump all the way across, try and get in towards jungle, but Fleeve finds one frag on towards Nozenia. Weber also goes down to Quick. Jenko is towards window. Barely going to get through, but it's already too late. They've lost all the manpower. It's just him and on-screen left.
5 versus 2 now. Calais has the kit and smoke grenade too, in case the bomb is planted, and a nice shot there from Collar. It's looking like a potential team ace, and actually Quicks will steal that one. 2 kills for him, and so far, definitely not so good for the Method side. They had a good play there. Problem is, they had so many players going towards stairs, they had no one that peeked towards under balcony, and it was easy frags there for Prophecy. It's going to be 1-0 now on the CT side from Mirage. This is Prophecy's pick, though. Of course, you've got to remember, Jack, the reason Infuse were in the running to make top 4 was because they 2-0'd Prophecy, and they absolutely decimated Prophecy on this map last week. Let's see if they've gone back to the drawing board and switched things up.
They're going to try and take their approach towards mid early. They have these Deagles to play with, a couple of Tech 9s as well. They have the long-range capability if they can find those one-bullet opening frags. They actually do take down Kolar, but it's going to be Pulse from close range that was able to find the frag and create a little bit of a dent towards them as they want to go towards Connector here.
Force Spike coming out from the T side. They have Kevlar as well in this scenario. The man advantage. Scout out of play. Star Orpa for the Prophecy CT side is currently deceased. It's going to be 4 versus 5. 1 minute 20 on the clock, and the bomb going back towards T-Spawn. It's looking likely like an A split eventually. We're going to go for the JW boost here. Trying to spot towards the back of jungle. See if they need players from the CT side holding for that window boost. But still, it's going to be a standstill. 3 players towards middle. 2 going to be going through T-Spawn back to ramp. It's going to be the A split here coming out from Method.
Weber peeks up, but Weber just walks into his own demise. Calais as well, found that frag back towards Pulse. On-screen does a bit of damage actually though as he starts to roll back the ears. Finds the double dig. That is very nicely done, showing a little bit of finesse into the round. But look how low they are, Snods. It wouldn't take much from Arch to actually eliminate all of them as he gets them low with a wild spam coming out with that UMP, but he's actually forced to fall back. It's him and Fleeve, last the ones alive.
No kit as well for the CT side, the bomb is planted. Jenko onto 1 HP. Nilzinho onto 29, so 2 bullets for the M4 were taken down, but apart from that, everyone else is 1 shot, 1 kill.
Going to push their way through. Fleeve will lead the charge as he tries to find the first opening. Frag will claim it the second as well. He's really pulling this round out of his sleeve right now. And it's all on Jenko. Trapped away. Archer will get the frag, and they do pick it up. Very close, though. Down to the wire as they do take 3 casualties. That's quite a lot of cash they're going to have to reinvest into the following round. Yep,
3 players dying there, of course. They were playing for the versus the Force Spike. Method, if they wanted to, they will have money to buy up into the 3rd round after getting the plant. The shots here from on-screen. Oh, that's a nice headshot. The second as well towards window. Would have thought he just turned his stream on.
Yeah, well, he's known for his Eagle skills.
And the Krieger.
It's true.
Round number 3 now. No buy coming out just yet from Method. And actually no players there situated around $3,000. So we are going to be seeing potentially no AWP going to the first buy round unless someone can land a nice 1D and get over that $3,000 threshold. It's going to be the SMGs run out to the CT side. MP9 and UMP for Arch and Collar. And then 3 and 4s to finish off the rest of the buy. Collar trying to get aggressive and stack up the $600.
Yeah, Kolar wants a massive cash building round and takes that early aggression. On screen actually takes down Quicks again. The Deagle still reigning supreme, but Kolar, if he plays his cards right, as they slowly take their aggression towards mid, he might be able to shut them down, but the Deagles are just dominating everyone. Pulse this time going to be wielding the hand cannon that sends Kolar off to bed.
3 versus 3. Pulse is low. There's no Kevlar as well, so the aim punch will be prominent. On-screen does eventually go down. Calais there towards Connector finds the frag. It's going to be the 2 remaining players from the T side towards middle. And the flank was coming behind anyway. Arch was the insurance policy there just in case the kills weren't found by Calais. It's going to be 3-0 now as you see the first buy round. On this game number 3, map number 1. The map pick here from Prophecy, but so far so good as they are leading the charge after the pistol. 5 AK buy from Method. As I said before, no, well, economy, not affluent enough yet just to be able to establish an AWP. 5 AKs for them, strong utility there onto the T side, and the same can be said for the CT side as well. UMP there onto Arch, AWP onto the star player Collar, and then 3 M4s to finish off the rest of the buy as the bomb is still towards T-spawn side of middle. Pulse towards apartments as well. It's looking like the standard B split here. They send Pulse towards A to make some noise. He runs towards Palace, tries to force the rotation, and eventually falls back towards B.
Corridor peeks down, finds the opening frag back on towards Weber, and this is the first round where Method actually have a full buy as well. They need to start to flex their muscles a little bit here and really gain control of the game, but it's not happening into the early game.
We saw happen to Infused. They fell flat on their T side after a very strong CT half. So, 1 minute on the clock. 1 man advantage for Prophecy right now on their CT side as we see on screen trying to lurk here towards underpass. Has grenades as well, so he can smoke off connector, flash the players up short. We saw Jacob do this for Excel in the first game of the day. Is he going to be mimicking that one? Quick's trying to get aggressive as short, get the information he needs.
The peek comes through, Nilzinho will connect the headshot back on towards Quicks as I just want to storm up short. Jenko, another beautiful flag as he takes down Fleeve there. Calais is close by, Snods. He actually will be able to find one headshot before he falls, but they're still left in a 3 versus 2 retake scenario.
Man advantage now for Method and the other one planted. Kit onto Arch. Flashbangs as well. Collar finds a second for himself into the round. It's going to be the 2 versus 2.
Swift movement there. It takes down Nilzinho. Left in that 2v2. On screen, a little bit paranoid about the push coming through potentially from behind. It'll be Arch that just waddles his way in, slowly wandering into the unknown. Finds the opening kill. On screen, focusing to try and support Pulse, rather than just focusing on his own game cooler as well with a swift flick. Takes down Pulse. And that's another round grabbed by Prophecy early on. A dominant lead.
He still has this right with no kit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to get it just about. So it's going to be 4-0 there. Prophecy win the pistol. They win versus the force buy, the eco, and now they also win the first buy round. It's going to be 4-0 now. So far, not so good from the Method side as they are falling, fairly flat on their T side. Lost the first player early on from Connector. Connor pushed towards underpass and found that frag. Hopefully we can see some readjustment here from Method. The bomb going down and the 4-round loss bonus is going to merit Method a buy. But it's going to be a weak one. You can see Weber on the Tech 9, Pulse there, going to be wielding the Galil. Smoke comes out towards window. It's going to be 3 AKs there on the T side, so they can definitely still make this happen.
Kolar stationed towards me with the Dragon Law, getting ready to lay down the Law, but no one is going to be coming towards him to actually give him those potential openers right now as they just hit heavy towards short. Seems like it is going to be a fast burst, but the flashbangs are really starting to keep them back in their tracks.
Quick's now going to be tested along with Fleeve towards the B site. The sub, the stand-in for the Prophecy side is about to get a hail of Method players storming their way up short. Good smoke though. The smoke from Quicks will delay the push for now. Molotov as well to potentially funnel out those players through CPL. Nevertheless though, this round is a standstill. We can still see Fleeve and Quicks there towards B. Calais not rotating back towards that B bomb side just yet, as they must be expecting a play towards A still.
Jenko goes for the boosted peek, as he will just slowly peer over. No one going to be there just yet. If Quicks does actually face into this, though, could potentially find the frag. He drops off as they are setting themselves up to try and go for this play. They still have utility, but it's not too much. 3 flashbangs and 1 smoke to try and aid them into the round. Meanwhile, Prophecy still have the Molotov, and they will disperse.
Prophecy herding Method into a slaughter right now towards middle. Quicks pushing up as well, has all the information he needs. Could even catch on screen off guard, but Calais finishes the job. It's the 5 versus 4.
Now all he's got to do is focus towards Connector, where the T's are trying to shamble their way through, but they're going down. Quicks finds the first wallbang back on towards Weber. Jenko is in position to actually try and backstab, but meanwhile all his teammates are dying. Eventually finds a headshot on towards Fleeve. Quicks goes down as well to Pulse. Pulse is doing damage, starting to run rampant with that Galil, but it's all on Jenko now. Time is ticking away. He finds the first headshot, but didn't know the location of Calais. He was on 3 HP.
Close but no cigar there for Method on the T side as they let another buy round slip. That was the full force as well. No bomb planted, which means we're probably going to see a quasi buy come out. 4,000 to 3 players, so if they wanted to go for the audacious buy, they could potentially. The money on the strongest position as well right now for the CT side. You can see 4,000 onto Calais, but has to rebuy the M4 after going down on the previous one. Roughly $1,000 is going to be spread across the board right now for Prophecy. If Method can do some more damage into this one, get 2 or 3 deagle kills that they've been doing so far on the ecos, going to that next buy round, potentially they could break that money.
Gone for the full deco, essentially, apart from 2 kits of armor there. 1 on Nilzinho, 1 on Weber. Around about the years, it's Source strats right now.
It is indeed. Smoke comes off towards Palace. Collar's up now going to be peeking towards ramp potentially and catch the players off guard.
Oh, Jenko with the opening frag though as he lands that absolutely juicy headshot. This is a cheeky round, but it seems like it won't really be paying off as Calais peeks wide, finds the trade back on towards on-screen, but he's only left on 7 HP. They don't really have too much utility left now. That final flashbang when thrown by Weber is going to be the key prong of attack. They have to just try and react off the back of it. They swing wide. Weber will find one headshot, but up above it's going to be Quicks trying to rattle down with this M4. Nearly connecting the shots. Eventually will be able to execute. Pulse, can he get the response as well? Will do so as Jenko falls from the sideline. Fleeve comes in. Ilzinho digs back. They're forcing out so many rebuys into this round. It's incredibly close as they're still left into a 2 versus 2 with just 55 seconds remaining.
7 HP for Calais as well. It's looking likely that Method can maybe take this one. There it is. Calais finds the kill there towards Ilzinho, but through the smoke, Weber finds him. It's going to be the 1 versus 1, and still Fleeve prevails. It's going to be 6-0 now as again, the rounds are so close here, Jack. But round after round, Prophecy are the ones making the clutch plays. Their money spread thin. Nevertheless, they can still potentially buy. Method going to be buying up as well. Up onto Pulse finally, but no utility for him. Just a little bit actually. Still, they're 4 AKs, 1 up for the Method side, and for Prophecy, what's their buy going to be looking like? Will they have an up for Caller? And they will. Calais going to be just deducted himself down to the FAMAS as we go into round number 7. So these rounds have been so close. If Method can take one, force a force by force in eco, this could easily be a 6-3 half initially if they can take this one.
There's a lot of potential for them. It is going to be the aggressive play, but look at Arch. Look how close he's playing to the smoke here. If he does peer through when they come out, he should be able to get that first opening frag. You just got to hope they get the trade, or this could already cause a disaster.
Flashes come in, the peek comes up from Arch, finds the first, and tries to get the spray transfer, runs out of bullets. Calais as well, finds the frag towards Palace, and the re-kill as well. It's going to be the 4 versus 2 somehow, some way. Ilzinho and co just letting this one slip.
On-screen had to get that trade frag, Snods. As soon as that was just completely missed, you could just see him panic, try to retreat out of there, gets killed himself, then they finally get that frag on towards Ilzinho. They just dismantle every potential scenario that Method had into the round. The bomb is now miles away from them as well. Weber and Pulse might as well just try and save this.
If there is a silver lining right now for Method, it's the fact that the CTs have no kit. If they can get 1 kill here, but actually the 1 kill goes in favor of the CT side pairs. Pulse does make it into a 1 versus 2, but still heavily unfavored.
They're going to push back in. Pulse wants to try and make mincemeat out of him. He actually does bring it back into a 1 versus 1 as he had the confidence to do so. There was no swift trades that Prophecy actually needs to try and close this one out as it's going to be tight. Has to recover the bomb or force the face from Calais as he will slowly make his approach through. The angle's going to favour Calais though. And he finds the headshot, takes him down, grabs the ult for Color. It's gone really far south for Method.
7-0 now. Let's look at the money right now for Method. They're going to be forcing up what they have. 4 AK so far. Pulse could go for a UMP here by Kevlar, sorry, by utility. Instead, though, it's going to be putting himself onto the Galil. It's going to be 4 AKs, 1 Galil right now for the T side, as they are currently in a 7-round deficit. UMP there for Arch. And Quicks, actually. So you can see the dent that Method are having in these rounds, but they're just so close, but they can't quite finish them off.
It's constant mid-control from Method has been something we're seeing throughout every round. The smoke does go in. Kolar attempts to body block it, but unfortunately falls short, so he won't have clear vision towards mid.
Calais peeks out the flashbang. Doesn't spot anyone just yet. There are players approaching him towards underpass and top middle. Eventually will fall back. It's going to be 1 minute 25 on the clock. Bomb, still towards top mid. But you see these players coming out of underpass. They can actually boost in towards window now and get some aggression towards jungle. But it's looking like the eventual A split here.
This is the most potential they've had in one of these rounds. No early casualties, they've got complete mid-control. They now have to just play off of Prophecy, holding their choke points, and try and find those entry frags.
4 towards middle, just leaving Pulse for the flashbang towards ramp. Colo with the NWP towards CT as well has to be detrimental right now to Method if they want a chance of taking this one.
Oh, Calais with the timing could be so crucial into this round, Snods. This is the catalyst that could change how it goes, and it's going to go in favour of Method. He sees no arrow, pre-fires round, gets the double kill. Calais goes huge. That's an unreal play from Calais as he gets a hat-trick. Ilzinho will eventually be able to snub him out, but it's too late. Ilzinho doubles it up as he gets the second kill. Pulse towards A site, though gets overwhelmed by Arch.
Ilzinho now in the 1 versus 3, has the bomb, no utility and 30 seconds left. With only 53 points of health, is looking unlikely once again. Arch and Caller towards the A site. Fleeve as well as rotated back towards B, just in case he went back towards that B bomb site. Well on the first headshot though, and now he's into the 1 versus 2. Caller misses the shot as well. He can cross, get the bomb down here and play this one properly. Gets that frag. It's going to be the potential ace here. And the 1 versus 3.
Nilzinho on for the 4K so far. He gets the bomb planted. It's all up to the super sub in Fleeve. He goes for the spam and gives his position away. He has the Molotov try to force Nilzinho out. Nilzinho left on 22 HP. The molly will come in. He peeks through. He's only on 7 HP. He has to take the fight. And Fleeve takes him down with a USP. A 4K. So close. But the fact is that would have been the only round Method to have secured so far into the game. And that would have been off the back of a 5-man play from Nilzinho. It's not how this game should be going.
Keita, if you can show us the scoreboard and look at how many players have died in each round or for the CT side. Oh, is it going to show for us? I don't think it is. I don't think we can see that. No, we can't. But I imagine it's like 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. But just look at the money as well. Yeah. 9 rounds have been played. I mean, 7 deaths there for Quick, 6 for Color. So these players are dying round after round. It's 1 versus 1s, 1 versus 2s, but Method unable to make the clutch plays and somehow bring forward a round to themselves. It's going to be round number 9 now. 8-0 is the scoreline here, Jack. 5 AKs and no AWP for Pulse. We saw the power that the AWP had from Pulse in the previous rounds, but it's looking like a fast play towards B. It's a smoke off balcony. We're trying to see if we can land the shot through the smoke, but the flash will come in, and here comes the hit and the commitment towards B.
Flashbangs go in, they charge their way through. We're going to dive out towards the site. Flex's acrobatic skills a little bit here as he does arrive, ready to try and cause an absolute stir. But Kolor lands the shot with the AWP. Kolor doubles it up as well. The push comes through. Nearly gets the flick on towards Pulse, but he will be able to overpower him. They leave themselves in a 3 versus 3. The bomb has gone down as Jenko will just eventually get it planted.
Quick snap, gonna come in from behind. A nice shot there from Pulse, but Quicks finds one. There's no kits run out for the CT side. They need to make this one fast.
Arch. Another kill comes out, but Pulse connects the headshot. It's all on Pulse. He's in a 1 versus 1. He takes the fight through. Pulse had to try and take the peak because where the bomb's planted, he goes down. But Method, for some reason, are loving it. They're enjoying the game.
Are you joking?
No, everyone was smiling and laughing.
Well, I just heard Pulse slam his desk.
Well, that's what they were laughing at, mate.
Really?
Yeah, they were laughing at Pulse. That's what I'm saying.
Oh my goodness. Well, you can see the commitment to this one. It's definitely showing. The second shot here is absolutely... even that one's nice as well, but the second one here, perfect pre-aim there from Kolor. 14-5 for Calais. 8 kills and 9 kills. Who's that for? Pulse and Nilzinho. Only kills on screens had so far was the initial decoy kills.
Well, mate, he needs to buy a Krieg, really, doesn't he?
Oh, he needs the Krieger, doesn't he? Anyway, Calais going aggressive here towards ramp. Will be aided as well by Quick, so they can play the bait and switch setup if they want to. 3 players now towards Palace. The flash and the execute going to come towards the A site. Let's see what the CTs can do if they can make it 10-0.
The aggressive stance they've taken into the round, though, could really help them to actually counter this play. It's just a bloodbath. Everyone runs into the meat grinder and gets taken down. It's just left on Nilzinho. Repeating history once again. This time it's a 1 versus 3. A little bit easier of a task for him. He has more utility to play with, but it's still so unlikely. Arch on the close angle should find the kill. Tries to play anti-flash. His teammates allowed to peek in. And Arch does damage. 10-0 is the scoreline.
Well, the rounds were close before, and now the same can't be said. A bloodbath there towards Palace. You saw the fast rotation there from Kolor and Arch just to melt these players and exited
the foot shot
from Palace. Yeah, but they executed from Palace before the smokes are blown. The idea behind that is you're trying to force yourself through ramp and through Palace before the Molotovs arrive and catch the CT players with their nades in their hands. But instead, their push from Calais was just simply too much to handle. We've already had a 16-0 so far, and that was actually Envious versus Prophecy. Could this be a 16-0 though for Prophecy?
Possibly. As right now they're storming their way through connector, but Jenko doesn't spot him. Callie's just able to just kill everyone right now as they run towards him. The hat trick comes out. Oh, this is just abysmal, Snods. Everyone's falling. Callie's going to grab himself a nice little 4K. He'll slip that into his basket as they keep on trucking. They've got 11 rounds on the trot. Where's the cutoff point?
I don't know here, Jack. Prophecy's map pick, and it's definitely showing. 19 kills and 6 deaths right now for Calais. I mean, fair enough to Jenko. You're playing 4x3, you don't see it, but these 2 players here on screen and Pulse,
they just weren't ready for it.
Yeah,
and you know your teammates died. Even if he doesn't call, you realise where he's being killed from.
He did have the silence then 4 though. Nevertheless though, it's going to be round number 12. Tech9 here for Pulse. 4 AKs. No bomb plant for Method, which means they're going to have a weak buy in terms of their firepower. No AWPs, and 1 player missing the rifle. Arch close towards Palace. Nilzinho here going to be challenging potentially. Jenko as well going for the early face towards A. Trying to see if he can spot any information. Probe out an opening, try to get a kill and open up the site.
Callie's going to take down Pulse. Kola will take down on screen as well. It's just left on that trio on the side of Method. They are trying to take their fight towards A. Jenko gets spooked a little bit there by Arch, but he still makes mincemeat out of him. Nilzinho trams in as well. Finally, Snods, they have the advantage into a round. It's a 3 versus 2. They're trying to make it a 3 versus 1 as well as they get the tag back on towards Quicks. Fleeve ready to try and strike from CT. If Jenko backpedals even slightly further, he should be able to take him down, but Jenko comes out on top. It's all on Quicks towards close CT. The flashbangs go in to try and allow Weber and Jenko to try and gain map control. But Jenko will unfortunately be bested.
1 versus 2 here. Quicks, the IGLing captain now. For the Prophecy side, definitely going to be tested in this scenario. There's no kit, just a smoke to his name. Could have gone for the smoke diffuse kit potentially, but it is versus Weber and Yozinho, staples of the UK scene. Veterans in their own right. Let's see what they can do in this scenario, though. Smoke comes out, got to tap it and force the peak.
Classic play. Tap the bomb. He's got himself into a good defensive angle. Look how far extended!
No way!
Yozinho has gone out. If Quicks wins this, it's just ridiculous. There is no reason for him to overextend like that.
Surely not! You peeked out, you've seen he's not sticking the bomb. Why just go for the reface? This is embarrassing here for Method. 3 HP as well for Quicks, and he'll get the spam deagle on the last kill. My goodness, Jack, it's looking like a 16-0 here. 12-0 as Method just come.
This whole play, look at this, right? He forced him out. Look how far extended Yozinho is. At that point,
But he knows he's off the bomb.
yeah, you realise he's not off the bomb. Just hide in Palace, and you've won the round. He had no kit.
Potentially. I mean, obviously they had no idea he had no kit, but even then, you peeked out, you saw him off the bomb, and you went for the reface, the recommitment. 12-0 here, Jack. It's looking like this is going to be an early one. Jenko once again going towards the ramp, going to take the peek, and actually, Kala there switches out his rifle, and Weber will find the first one to collar towards middle, but it's a fast trade of 4 versus 4.
Obviously, it seems like they absolutely love the easy ones right now. Onscreen will be able to get that spray down back towards Calais. They have the advantage into the round. This is exactly like last time. But they start to lose it. On-screen will go down. There's no trade from behind us. They put a play in Palace. What is Pulse doing? Eventually will peek out and take down Arch as Weber finds a headshot back on towards Quicks as well.
There's Pulse actually towards Palace. Stunned, it seemed. Fleeve down the 1 versus 3. We've seen some crazy clutches already so far, but surely not another one. Bomb will be planted for, well, everywhere really. Connector, ramp, you name it. Fleeve won't get that kill. It's actually going to be 12-1. Method finally get around on the board, but so far this has been extremely embarrassing. Yes, you're playing with a sub, but so is Prophecy.
Yep.
Having a sub doesn't merit a 12-1 scoreline.
The late on this face. He eventually does face.
I
Okay, it
guess,
seems a lot quicker
yeah.
than it was. I think it was just with the timing. It seemed like he took a very long
It
time.
seemed like
to-
forever,
yeah,
didn't it? Yeah.
in the heat of the moment, mate.
Round number 14, the penultimate round of the first half. Let's see, double upset right now coming from the CT side. CZ for Fleet. They win 12 rounds in the trot. As soon as they lose one, instantly forced onto a very weak buy. Jenko once again trying to mirror the success he had in the last round, trying to peek towards A and find these headshots.
Kohler actually gets bested by Pulse as well. This is what they need. Start getting these early vital impact frags. Jenko going to find the head of Fleeve as they now make their approach towards that A-bomb site. The utility is being expunged, but they're trying to force Arch out of position. They just don't know quite where he's located yet. Jenko gets absolutely domed. Look at the peak from Arch. That's ridiculous.
1 man advantage still there for Method. Pulse has the up towards middle. The boost could come in towards window now and try and catch the CTs off guard, but actually Prophecy going to be rotating away from that B-bomb site. How on earth has on-screen lost that duel? 3 versus 3 now as Arch is onto 9 HP. So they have their, well, a welcome mat here towards short. As I said, the quick stores connected will eventually go down. It's going to be the 1 versus 3.
This is one of the messiest rounds.
Oh, it's awful.
I think I've seen in a while.
Have fun. Shout out to Ezio and Harold trying to analyse this one.
Trying to work out what's occurred here. Method looking like a spilt drink, Snods. It's all over the desk, and Prophecy are just wiping them up.
Yeah, they are indeed. It's going to go 12-2 though. Do you reckon there's a chance here?
It's not looking like there's any confidence left inside of Method. That's the thing. The mentality is definitely already gone. You could hear a bit of frustration coming out from them in the sound of desks being hit,
I thought
I
you said
believe.
they were laughing though. I definitely heard
They were laughing at Pulse.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what it was, because Pulse was raging.
Oh, so they're thinking, why are you taking this serious? Yeah. That's not the right attitude. Well,
Yeah.
there's 2 ways you can look at it. There's the, it's all right, we can have fun, play to have fun, and sometimes you play better that way when you're more comfortable. Then again, though, Pulse is a player that always wants to win, regardless of the situation. Face hits, 10-mans, officials itself. He's always trying to strive for that 16th round.
Beat us at Epic Land, didn't he, mate? Mm-hmm. Shout out to Jakey. Push coming through towards opening play towards mid is going to be Pulse that shuts down Kolor. On screen ready for this push as well as Arch plays in the close angle. He doesn't have much to his name, but he's certainly will be able to cause a bit of a stir. But this time around on screen, we'll get the bit of room. Jenko chimes in as he shuts down Fleeve. It's just left on Quicks and Calais. The CZ will run straight through on screen. He was so low HP, he can now upgrade to that Kalashnikov as well. But he misses out the headshot. Jenko, you give an inch and he will just rip his way through you.
1 versus 4 now. Quicks, no kit, just a deagle to his name and a smoke grenade. We saw a crazy 1 versus 2 in the last one. But this is double. That's of that last clutch. Trying to land the headshot, go for the stats. But of course, it's going to be 12-3. The first half is over. And look at that, 12 rounds on the trot coming out from the CT side of Prophecy. What do you reckon here, Jack? I reckon pistol goes in favor of Prophecy maybe, and this is a 16-4 or 5.
We've seen a lot of good pistol rounds out of Prophecy in the past. If you,
we have.
Look at it like that. They are a team that is definitely incredibly skilled with it. Kolor as well. He's one of these players. It sort of transitions over. If you're good with AWPs, you're good with pistols. And we see that with Kolor especially. He's able to pick up pretty massive impact frags on the opening pistols. Quicks as well, another one of these massive damage dealers. I think you do have to favor them coming into this, especially just because they're chill, but they're also enjoying it. You could see how hyped up they were off the back of rounds. When they got themselves to sort of, 12 rounds on the trot, they were just laughing, enjoying themselves. So it's definitely a stark contrast to the Method vibe right now.
Discussing the pistol. Trying to think. T pistols we've seen some from Prophecy so far. Like to go towards the A site. I mean, do you remember that pistol they had versus Infuse last week when they came off B short? The one that came off B short, Quicks found a massive 3K, but obviously that was on their CT side, right? On the T side, they like to go towards A. We see, well, before actually, it was Slap that used to buy the utility, used to buy P250, Smoke Flashbang, but obviously they're subbing in Fleet this week. So imagine it's probably going to be Quicks or maybe Calais going to be supporting the team and buying the utility needed for the executes.
Yeah, I guess probably you see Quicks have to just step into that role and then more allow Fleet to do his thing. Obviously, Fleet more of just a high-octane fragger, 17 years of age, very young but very talented, just sort of showing that he has raw aim potential, raw skill, and trying to see if they can sort of now put that into a more structured environment and see how it works.
So, 12-3, Method win this one. Don't allow a bomb plant onto Prophecy. They win versus the Force by win versus the Eco. This could be a 12-6, and then you're on your CT side, there's definitely a chance. However, though, if they lose that pistol, and it becomes 12-3, sorry, 13-3, 14-3, and then of course 15-3 potentially. If you lose the pistol, if you win the pistol, sorry, and then you win versus the Force Bite and the Eco, you're looking at 3 rounds. This could easily be a 15-3 scoreline if Prophecy take this one. What are you frowning out?
I was just saying what the buys was.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, Calais going to be buying the utility into this one. P250 Flash Smoke, forces a Kevlar onto the T side. And for the CT side, Neil Zimmer's going to be taking the hit as the Argent captain. Smoke and Diffuse kit for him. Forces a Kevlar onto the CT side as well. Let's see now. Presence towards underpass. They're going to do the smokes towards A, I imagine. Is this going to be try and be a double fake here? Then take the bomb back towards B. Have the players peek from Palace potentially. This could definitely work, but there's no players pushing offshore. Method might not fall for this.
Webber's going for the jump face. Does spot them out, so he's going to get that information. Free jumps into it again. If they'd have been holding that, it could have been pretty dastardly. The push actually comes out. Pulse and Nilzinho find the opening frags towards that A site, but now they realise that's it. The floodgates have been closed. Prophecy have to restructure their attack. Seems like they will just commit now for this aggressive B strike. Webber is still in position, primed and ready for this, but can he actually find the frags? Gets a nice little early tag off, has to roam around, lands the headshot in the end, takes down one, tries to get the second, but Arch will overpower him with the Glock as he will eventually fall. Quicks as well, comes in as he strikes back against on-screen. It's a 2v2.
Both the remaining T players have Kevlar as well. Pete comes out towards L block. Pulse has picked up the kit. It's going to be the 1 versus 1.
Arch needs to just chill out now. He can't really run the risk of basically, but he peeks into it. Pulse will find the shot. They do open up by winning the pistol. They needed it, and they do get it.
Lifeline's going to be served here for Method as we go 4-12 as the round number 16. Oh, sorry, round number 17 now as round number 16 has been concluded. Pistols go 1 for 1. But usually, when pistols are going 1-1, Jack, you're looking at 8-7, 9-6, not a 12-4 half coming out from Prophecy. Not going to be forced buying this one. They have so many rounds to play with. They can just concede this one. They don't need rounds on the board just yet. Going to be eco in this one, just Deagles here. P250's there, and then another full buy into number 18.
Look what he's bought there, mate. Jenko back on the scout.
Oh, he loves it, doesn't he?
Normally absolutely rips his way for everyone that comes towards him when he wields this weapon. Very effective at getting those early tags out. Normally the way you use the scout, obviously in this environment, is to get tags to make the opponent squishy, so they will then die easier to the M4s. But Jenko just straight rips him to death.
Yeah, very strong individual play onto Jenko. So of course he can easily land those headshots with the scout. We saw it online, but will he deliver it on land now? I guess a silver lining again for Method is the fact that there's no pressure on them. They can't make top 4. They're playing this one for fun. At the end of the day, if the pressure's off, will they be playing more comfortable? Nevertheless, it's going to be the full eco coming up from Prophecy. No Kevlar board just yet, just a Deagle onto Quicks, Arch, P250s onto Colo and Fleeve. Obviously the SMGs and Scout and M4 for the Method side. It's looking like a fairly one-sided round. There should be 5-12 in favor of Prophecy.
Kolar playing very close to, sorry, Nilzinho actually playing very close towards short there immediately, but he does start to fall back off, so he can play towards site. Not really going to run the risk of being taken out by those upgraded pistols too early. Prophecy seemed like it with that late round take towards B, those nods.
Fleeve is low. But then again, look at on-screen Pulse and Jenko. Webber spots out the players, going to be lining them up.
Oh no, the Molotov going in makes them so soft, so as they eventually push into the site, you can just eliminate them with around one bullet, and they're finding these shots so easily, as Webber now just has to wait for the final few to start to trickle in, lands the shots with the P2000, takes them down, but it's just left on Jenko and on-screen. On-screen going to be more useful really as he has the rapid fire capability of that UMP, so he can just sprint around, try and tag them down. We'll get the first frag. It's all up to Fleeve, who falls to the sidearm of Jenko. The defuse will come out. But still a close round. Even though they had so much more of a favourable advantage in terms of their arsenal, they still boil down to just on-screen and Jenko.
Crucial bomb plant as well for the Prophecy side. Interested to see if they will be able to afford an AWP into round number 19. If they do, how will Kolar utilise it? 5,800 for Calais, so they can jump over the AWP if they want to. And I believe they're discussing it right now, and it will happen. AWP, drop there for Kolar. AK onto Calais. It's going to be the 4 AK buy. AWP. That's going to be the buy for the Prophecy side as we go into round number 18. No AWPs run out for the CT side. On screen, going to be carrying forward the UMP into round number 18. Bomb back towards bottom middle. It's going to be the slow default coming out from the side of Prophecy. As I say that though, Kolar spots the head. But it's going to be crazy to repeat that.
Flashbang goes in. Kolar has to try and back off a little bit. He is still taking these very aggressive faces though. Webber's going to be the one that has to duel him if he does push his way through.
Jenko playing towards window here, holding for a push, or a boost, sorry, towards window. Lots of aggression towards shore. Smoke comes out, that Pulse going to peek in through connector, finds the first one to Quicks. It's going to be the 5 versus 4.
Quicks goes down. Jenko ready for more as well though, but he's forced out of position as window has been taken over by the smoke. He can't quite get any vision and peer out.
So, 1 minute left on the clock. Bomb going back towards the A site through T-spawn. Prophecy right now having the Mantis advantage. It's all in Method's hands. They have the lead, but will they be able to close this one out? On screen, playing close towards Palace with the UMP. Good scenario to be in, having the close range angle. It's actually on top of the ladder, I believe, so get spotted, should be able to jump off the ladder, and hopefully not the inaccuracy.
Yeah, if he stays on there and panics, he will be incredibly inaccurate.
Oh, I did land the dink though.
Ooh. Eventually will go down. Fleeve connects the headshot. Pulse retaliates as well as he takes down Arch. Jenko rattling off a long distance frag as he blows Calais apart. Kolar has the AWP in hand, will recover the bomb as well, but look how low his teammate is. Fleeve's on 4 HP. Fleeve essentially has to just be a distraction more so than anything into the round. It's got to rely all on the shoulders of Kolar. As he drops down, push comes through, spots out the first time, but he misses the opening shot. It was crucial that he actually landed that if he wanted to do anything. Wow, nearly with the adjustment on towards Jenko. Jenko gets the better of him.
6-12 now, as Method take the first buy round on the CT side. If only we saw this form or this caliber of play from them on their T side, this could have been a much closer affair. Instead, we are looking at a 12-6 scoreline as we go into round number 19. Again, AWP for Jenko. Actually, no, I say again. First time seeing the AWP for Jenko. Usually it's Pulse. Well, so far in the League Series, we've been seeing it more on Pulse and Nilzinho. Jenko only really wields it on the T side if they want to get very aggressive. Anyway, there for Prophecy will be the quasi buy 4. Sets of Kevlar. P250s across the board. Light utility as well, smokes and flashes. They're going to go for the execute towards the site on A. Try to get the bomb down and have a better buy into round number 20.
They have the smokes, they invested into those alone. They also have the one flashbang on Calais that he has primed. Now going to pull the pin out of that as they take control of the bomb site. All the CTs are forced back, but look at this, on screen tries to perch himself up a little bit. We'll get the tag up, but they're going to overwhelm him, so they run straight through. Quicks runs a train through as he finds the opening shot. Nilzinho tries to retaliate, he will get one kill, but struggling to compose himself, Kolar takes him down. Surely not like this.
Man advantage run out for Prophecy on the T side. They have the control of CT as well, but thankfully Webber finds one into the 3 versus 3.
Oh, a very expensive face towards CT there, but it does actually pay off in their favour as Quicks will connect the headshot back on towards Webber, leaving it just on Jenko and Pulse. They have one AWP for the retake, has to switch out to his pistol, and he blows Quicks away. Nearly gets the flick as well as he goes for such an audacious play. It's just him and Calais remaining. Pulse is on 4 HP. Calais nearly dead at this point. He's at half life as he holds for the push to come towards him. Pulse is going to sprint through, goes for the pre-fire face, but Pulse has to save. They get the round. That's 13 rounds on the board.
Full, well, I say full eco. Quasi by 1 there for Prophecy, making it 13-6 here. On screen gets caught off guard towards CT. That grants the after plant position for Prophecy towards CT, and they can play off the bomb because of that. As soon as you have control of the best position for the after plant where the bomb is planted for, that's when you really see the T's shine.
It's such a cheap win as well off the off the buy.
That's like $1,400 worth of
literally
investment.
what? 2 kits of armor,
It's
4 smokes, a flash.
Yeah. So, cheap, but it does the job.
Yeah. Quick and easy.
Jenko now peeking in towards middle. Actually, the first frag will be found by the FPL star Fleeve as he finds the first kill towards A. It's going to be the 5 vs 4 now. Famas onto Weber, 2 and 4s, and it all puts again onto Jenko. But at this point, back against the ropes as Prophecy have the man advantage, and they're 3 away from closing this first map out.
Flashbangs are starting to soar through. Oh, the peak from Pulse as he punishes Quicks there, takes him down. Archer will retaliate eventually with the AK-47, but they only have 3 men remaining on the side of Method already. They're at a disadvantage in the battle of attrition, Snods. And you can see by the setups as well, they're fairly trapped. Nilzinho is pent in towards CPL, and there's no real aggression towards short just yet. They're actually taking control of window through jungle, most likely for a late round A split.
Arch now able to lurk and try and weed and find his way through jungle and find that first kill. Already there will be the man advantage Prophecy. 50 seconds left on the clock and the bomb is exiting ramp. Jenko spots them come out ramp and now has to play for the retake. Nilzinho finds the kill towards jungle onto Arch. And a fluky shot there from Jenko as he runs into a wall, messes up the scope, but eventually with the aid of Weber will turn into a 3 vs 2.
Yeah, looks like he didn't pull the trigger, sort of panicked a little bit, got overwhelmed in the situation that was in, the pressure definitely mounting on him. Kali going to go for a cheeky play there as he gets himself on top of the box, wants to try and find a nice little headshot, but he does actually retreat, going to play smart CS as it's him and Fleeve in the late round afterplant positions. Fleeve, what can he bring to the table here? That's what I'm thinking about. Flashbang goes over, the tags are starting to come in, they knew where he was, but he gets the double kill! Oh, it's actually Kali that connected the shot back on towards Jenko, but he takes the fight through. Weber is trapped now. Weber just with a Famas extends out, but Kali will grab that headshot.
14 to 6. As we go into the next one. Strong 2K there from Fleeve, going to grant them 1 away from match point. Round number 21. 4 AK so far for the T side. Actually make it 5 now. They're not going to bring out an AWP into this one. It's too much hassle for them. It's going to be the Eco coming out from Method. They don't have enough money to buy up fully. They're going to be conceding this one and buy up into round number 22.
Method are absolutely broke though, Snods. Nothing to bring to the table. Weber's the only one that's really invested too heavily as he buys the Deagle. Pulse with a P250 though is going to start to punish. He is up close and personal, but eventually falls as they trade it back quite swiftly. On screen, only with the USP, not going to be the best weapon in this scenario as he will be overwhelmed so swiftly. He has to get those incredibly crisp headshots off, but it wasn't meant to be. Everyone has been obliterated. It just relies on Nilzinho and Weber now, and they're not really in favourable angles.
Nilzinho now last alive towards CT will eventually go down. Match point here for Prophecy as the scoreline goes 15 to 6. 9 match points here for Prophecy to close this one out in regulation. We saw Infuse throw away a 6-round advantage with match point in the bag, secured. And unfortunately they let it slip and granted Excel that 4th position in the Elite Series. Prophecy, guaranteed 3rd. Method, guaranteed out of the top 4 positions. So for them, it's really their pride in the line. And right now this is a fairly embarrassing affair as they are 9 rounds behind.
Fleeve picks out first here towards steps as he tries to peer through. He's going to spot out on screen and just force him out of position as he rattles off those shots. Right now, essentially just being that seed of doubt in their minds, try and force an early rotate. No one really falling for it just yet, but you can see there is panic behind the eyes of Method.
Play comes out towards middle. Jenko will be challenged, but eventually will go down. Loses the duel. Their Pulse is going to go for the refrag towards middle. But already, Kali's already fallen back towards T-spawn, so it's looking like the eventual play towards this B bomb site. Weber towards B. What can he do in this scenario?
Weber just has to try and hunker down right now, wait for the push to come towards him. He's getting the tight headshots, but Kolor! That is such a pixel shot that he's landed. I mean, that is just filthy, Snods.
Nilzinho towards A, Pulse towards B, CT defense is split, and the site should be Prophecies. Nice team there from Pulse as he's trying to get the frag, but nevertheless, it's going to be Nilzinho now last alive as he finds the straggler. Fleeve does go down, but there you have it, 16 to 6, a 10-round advantage for the side of Prophecies. They take the first one. Yes, it's their map pick, but then again, Method not really showing too much and falling flat here.